And hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyrus Webb Presents. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. I'm very excited to be with you guys over on Amazon Live. And believe me, you're going to be seeing a lot of me over the next 48 hours. So you might as well get ready. If you have not hit that follow button on Amazon Live, make sure you guys do hit it. You'll see it either here in this corner or down below. You guys know tomorrow kicks off Prime Days with an S. So I'll be with you guys on July 16th and 17th for some programming all throughout the day. We have a little bit of everything, some great surprises. We're going to be talking books. We have great products for the home, for the kids going back to school, some great things for work and play. All of that's coming up on July 16th and 17th right here on this channel. You have to be on any other channel on Amazon Live for the next couple of days. We're going to have you covered. But for today, as we're kicking things off, we're excited to welcome our next guest. We have best-selling author, award-winning master event planner, and entrepreneur Melissa Banks back with us. We're going to talk with her about her very busy year. She also has books here on Amazon, including her brand new bestseller. You guys see here, the Dream Journal. She also is gearing up for her Dream Live event coming up very soon, as well as some great things with her podcast, too, that you guys can hear here on Amazon. We are simulcasting our broadcast, so we do welcome those tuning in on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, X, and on Instagram. Angela Anderson, I see you over there on IG as well. Hello to you, Melissa. Welcome back to the broadcast.
Hello. Thank you for having me. Always excited to talk with you, Cyrus.
Well, thank you. And that was an excellent intro I gave you, too.
Yeah, it's starting out really good.
To talk about everything. You have a lot going on, Melissa, which I'm very excited about getting into, but we definitely want our audience to see there are several books by Melissa here. Again, as I mentioned, her newest bestseller, which is the Dream Journal, you guys see here. Her first bestseller, though, is Do I Really Need an Event Planner? It's available here on Amazon as well. Also have her very first book here, the devotional. You guys can see it here in the carousel. Melissa, I want to start there because you've had such a busy year. It's hard to believe we're already halfway through the month of July, over halfway through 2024. Talk to us about this experience for you as a best-selling author, what that's been like for you to embrace.
Talk about something that happened that you never knew to dream. I say this all the time. God can dream for me way bigger than I can dream for myself because I absolutely never saw this coming. Actually, Cyrus, I never thought of myself as having the very first book that was beyond what I could dream for myself. And then to have two bestsellers is just an amazing feeling, is something that I could not have dreamed and would not have dreamed. And it's just been so amazing. And I'm just so honored and grateful.
So, Melissa, the first book came out in 2021. I have an autographed copy. It took her 3 years to sign it, y'all, but I got an autographed copy of her first book. Here, Dream by Design, the devotional. But 2021, Melissa, talk to us about that. That's after, of course, the world was rocked by the pandemic. What was it like for you 3 years ago when you released your first book? What was that feeling like?
But you know what? When the pandemic hit, as you know, my story is I didn't know what was going to happen. My dream, my business, my industry was all surrounding the event industry, and it was in person. So I never saw not being able to do that for as long as I wanted to. But when it went away abruptly, my entire life changed. So what looked like an ending was the beginning of a whole new journey. And being able to, I mentioned to you, I really want to do a devotional just for reminders. We all have to have reminders, especially when it's a dark time. And for me, that looked like what was going to be a dark time. And when that first journal, it's a small journal, but it has some powerful inspirations in it that can inspire you even today. Small devotional, that will inspire you and motivate you. And when things doesn't look like they're going to happen, when it looks like it's the end, if you just keep believing and reminding yourself of those things and keep going. And that's what that first book is to me. Even today, I look at it and I'm still in awe that my name is on the front.
Well, you all can get the first book. I'm going to mention one of the messages in here that's very timely, I think, Melissa. You all can get, I have the highlighted on the Amazon side for you guys. The Kindle edition is $3.99. You can get the paperback for $7.99. Lauren Martin, hello to you. I see you over there on the IG side. Manswell, hello to you. He says hello to you as well. Melissa, my mortgage queen one, hello to you on IG. Glad you could join us. This message seems very timely right now, Melissa. And I want our audience to take a look at that. There's something in your future that's bigger than you can imagine. When you think about those words today, Melissa, how do those words resonate with you?
Wow. Even just hearing it at this moment, they're so powerful because we can sit and at that time they were powerful with a lot of unknowing. It was powerful in the moment in the season that I was in. But even today, after since that 2021, so many things in my journey has changed and there have been so many opportunities I didn't know were there for me that had my name on it. So to see that even now is so powerful to see it. Thank you for sharing that because that's what I was just talking about because it takes reminders to keep us going on the journey. It's not a one and done type of situation. It's a continuation and that's just so powerful.
Yeah, it's a great reminder. And Melissa, I think, as we have talked before, you shared a bit of your story with the world, the things that you've endured, things you've overcome. But I think the thing that keeps coming up for me is I think about everything you have going on in 2024. You've released two books already this year, both of them being bestsellers. And I have to bring this up. You probably don't want me to, but I have to. That you experienced something with the very first book 3 years ago that some people, after hearing certain types of feedback, would have let that stop them. You didn't do that. And now you have two best selling books on Amazon. How does that feel to know that by not listening to others, by not letting that negativity seep in, that you've been able to do great things since this first release?
Oh my goodness, Cyrus. It is powerful. It is essential. It matters who you listen to. I will say that till I can't speak anymore because when that negative, it doesn't matter all the good things people were saying. I was excited about my very first book, but when that negative comment was made, it stuck in my stomach like it wouldn't move for a really long time. But even though I felt the pain, I felt the disappointment, and it made me think maybe he's right. It
Mm.
didn't stop me. That's the key. Choose what you internalize, choose what you keep playing over and over again. I began to use that conversation even today when things are difficult. I can use that conversation to push me, not to stop me. And that's the key. It matters who you listen to. It matters what you replay in your head over and over and over again. You have to let the stuff that inspires you, the stuff that pushes you, cloud out that negative stuff. Don't I'm not
Yeah.
saying forget it because I haven't forgotten the very moment that was said, but
Yeah.
that moment today makes me feel proud. I have two bestsellers in the same year. What if I had listened to that? What if that had been the
Mhm.
big voice?
Yeah.
None of everything else would have happened after that because I would have stopped there.
Yeah, but your friends weren't going to let that happen. I mean, I think the thing is, that's the thing. That's why you're right. You need to have people around you that can shake you and give you that share, snap out of it
Yeah.
message, and remind you of what you were created to be and created to do. I can literally, as your friend and as someone who's talked to you a lot, I can tick off seven things at the top of my head that Melissa Banks has done this year when it comes to achievements. Not only, of course, being a two-time best-selling author, she introduced her marketing services for entrepreneurs. She reintroduced her candle line this year. She reintroduced her dream boxes this year. We finally got Melissa to do lives. She has her dream lives. We're going to talk about the upcoming ones. And then she has the new season of her podcast that's going to be coming up. And then the last thing, Melissa, is the inspiration, the motivation, which a lot of people got to know you for. I want to go to the message about dream because that is kind of like a flu line for you. Even on the books, we see dream by design. What does that mean for you? How did that become your mantra?
You know what, Cyrus, even without knowing it, I think it was always there. I just believe that it's your entire journey that puts it all together. It's not the one thing that you do, it's the entire journey. And I can remember over 25 years ago when I started my event planning business, our slogan was where dreams come true. That was over 25 years ago. I didn't see any of this happening that's happening right now. But the reason it's so important to dream is
Mhm.
everything starts with the dream. If
Yeah.
you don't dream, then nothing else can happen. And so it is my passion, it is my core to pour into women specifically that you can dream big as you want to dream and as many dreams as you want. Which was the other key for me is you have this big dream and then when it doesn't happen, you think it's over. It's not over. Dream another dream. You can
Yeah.
dream as many dreams as you want to dream. Everything starts with the dream. And that's why you see that in every single thing that we do. Every time I'm speaking on a platform, every product that comes out, it's about dreaming. And you can decide. That's where the dream by design comes from. You decide the life that you want and deserve. And then you go make it happen. That's the key. Putting in the work. You can't just sit in dream mode. You have to put in the work and make it all happen.
So true. Tina Siemens, hello to you. Good to be able to see you over there on YouTube. We have a question from Lauren Martin, who's joining us on IG. Melissa, the question is, when did you realize that faith required persistence in the darkness?
Wow. Oh, wow. That is such a powerful question. I can tell you that I am a victim of domestic violence. And in that journey in domestic violence, I had to have endurance. I had to have faith. But even in the fear of all of that was happening around me, I knew it meant that it's not a one-time thing. It is a constant relationship with God to believe that better is coming. As I matured in my faith, I also understands that there is a destiny in place. And my job is to keep moving even when it seems dark. Even when I was terminated from a job that I thought I would have for forever because the business went out of place. Even when I heard voices that said things that I've never heard before, it took me believing in it and continuing to move even when everything in front of me looked like it was not going to happen. And to my point is it doesn't stop. It continues. Even though a lot of great things have happened just in this year, things I could not have imagined. I've had such an amazing year, but I've also had some dark places in that season.
Yeah.
Everything's not good in this season. The faith and the endurance is to keep going, even even when you're not seeing what you want to see in your path. That's what gets me out of bed in the morning. It's believing that even though it doesn't look good today, if I keep going, it's going to happen.
Yeah, that is a great reminder. Daybreak 197 says, wow, so cool. Multitasking done well. She's very good at that. Daybreak 197. Rhonda, hello to you on IG. Good to be able to see you. Tanisha, hey, Tanisha. Tanisha, congratulations to you on a great year. Tanisha is a very talented actress and creative, Melissa. She's joining us over on IG. She's part of a film I had a chance to review that's really good. Called Fractured. So I want to say for those who are just tuning in, welcome. You all are watching Cyrus Webb Presents on Amazon Live. And on Amazon, you guys are going to be seeing a lot of me over the next 48 hours. So make sure you guys hit that follow button. Again, you'll see it here in this corner or down below. It is Prime Day coming up, and I have programming all throughout the day on July 16th and 17th. So make sure you guys are staying tuned for that. We are simulcasting our broadcast today, though, on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, X, and on Instagram. Glad you all could all be with us. If you guys have any questions for Melissa or comments, make sure you guys put those in the comment section there. Also, Melissa's books are all available on Amazon. But I mentioned a couple other things you have going on. Melissa, you're getting ready for your Dream Live event. Talk to our audience, for those who are just discovering those, what the Dream Live events are all about.
Oh wow, we're so excited about the Dream Live. Talk about facing fear and moving anyway. This was a big thing for me to get on Amazon, get on Facebook and go live with our jewelry. One of the things I have been passionate about over the last 7 years is pearls. Pearls to me represent so much to the person who wears them. And we've been limited, right? We have a website and we host events, but people always ask, when are you going to do something that people all over the world can see your pieces? And that's where Dream Live began. It began right there with just showing the jewelry, showing the pieces that we offer, and sharing our journey with us. It is just so much fun. That night is not a long show, it's 30 minutes, and we have an amazing time. You get to see the pieces, and of course, the pieces are over on our website. You can simply go over there and purchase them. And when you party with us, you save money too, because it's discounted while we're alive.
Love that. Naheed, hello to you, my friend. Good to see you. Looking forward to seeing you when I come back to Los Angeles. Naheed, glad you could join us for the show today. And I love that. And I mentioned, of course, the reintroduction of your dream boxes as well as the candles. So I want to talk about that because, Melissa Banks, the entrepreneur, is a very big part of your brand. Talk to us about that, what it's like for you to have your own signature candles and dream boxes.
This dream box is so special to me, and it's special in so many ways. Listen, I am this little girl that grew up in a minority community in Jackson, Mississippi, raised by an amazing single parent, and to see the dream box, every product in the box is my product. It's a product that was designed for me. It's one of the things that make this one so special is the journal, right? You hear me talking about I journaled during some of the worst times in my life. I sat down and I wrote. I wrote about how scared I was because I started my business in that situation. And I was just writing things about my fear. But when I pick it up today, it encourages me in my journey that I am now. And I want others to experience that. So in the box, you get your dream journal where you can sit down, you get a pen, a special pen, not just any pen, but you get a pen that you get to write and remind you that you deserve the life that you want. But the candle, we have two scents that were created for us and they smell wonderful, but they create a special environment for you. This is not for someone else. It's for the person who has it, who sits down, begin to write in their journal. And when they light that candle, it just inspires you and create that moment that's for you. And then years to come, you can go back to this journal and see what you were going through, what your thoughts were at that moment.
Love that. Now the candles, I'm asking this for myself. Are the candles, are they considered for men and women, or are they more tailored toward your female demographics?
Candles are for everybody. Who doesn't want their home smelling good when they walk through it? Who doesn't want to create special moments for themselves? The fragrances are great. There's two fragrances right now, and they're called Dream and Imagine. If you're a person who likes a soft fragrance, you want it to smell good, that you don't want it really strong, then go for Dream, because that's what it's going to give you. It has a little jasmine in it. It's just going to give you that relaxing fragrance that everyone loves. And then Imagine it's a little stronger. It has some sage in it. It has some rosemary. It's still relaxing, but it's a little stronger. So there's something there for everyone.
Love it. Love it. The last thing I want to talk to you about, Melissa, the time always flies when we're together, but I want to talk about the new season of your talk show. Melissa is the host of her own podcast, Dream by Design with Melissa Banks. For those who are just finding out about the podcast, Melissa, what was the motivation behind it, and what are you looking forward to with the next season?
The motivation behind Dream by Design with Melissa Banks is just to provide a platform for women to share their journeys. Entrepreneurs, every day is not glorious. Everything is not great, but you push through it. These women share their journey. They share the good, the grit, the stuff that wasn't good, but they share the successes too. And they share how they were able to keep going. So if you want a platform to come on and share about your journey so that people can see it wasn't all glorious, but you made it through and you're still making it through, and they can too. So that was the whole inspiration behind the podcast, and it's still our platform. And we're excited about season 4 that's coming up in September, and we're booking spots now.
Love it. A lot of great things happening. Melissa, so proud of you. I think, you said something, my big takeaway in this conversation is not every day is going to be perfect, right? But the important thing is to keep going.
That's it.
And I think a lot of times we expect everything to be perfect. We expect it to happen now. And true, I think for all of us, myself included, we may have these timetables that we're kind of going through, but the important thing is to keep pushing forward. But I want to ask you this question as we wrap up here, Melissa. When did you realize, well, now let me rephrase that. How has it helped you to know that this journey is bigger than you, that you're, by example, showing other people what's possible?
How has it helped me?
Yes, how has it helped?
It helps me breathe. It helps me get through the the tough times, because sometimes the tough times is 10 days and the celebration day is day 11. Sometimes it's 2 months and the celebration day is at the end. It keeps me breathing. It keeps me believing, because I definitely believe I have a purpose here, and I am here for that purpose. And it gets me out of bed in the morning. You have to hold on through it to get through those days that don't look fun, so that you'll be there. If you quit, you're not going to make it to the day that's the celebration. I want to make it to the celebration day. So I keep going despite the circumstances.
Again, everyone, award-winning master event planner, best-selling author, entrepreneur Melissa Banks has been our guest. You can get her newest book, you guys see here, The Dream Journal, as well as her other books here on Amazon. All of them are available right now, so you can be able to go over there and get them for yourself. For those tuning in on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, you'll find the link that'll bring you guys over to Amazon. For those joining us on X, we'll put it in the comment section for you guys. And then those joining us on Instagram, we'll put it in our stories for you. Melissa, great conversation with you as always. How can our audience stay connected with you?
Well, Cyrus, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. Have such a good time. Thank you so much for using your platform to shine on mine. You can stay connected with me at themelissabanks.com. If you want to be a guest on our podcast, you can connect with us there. If you want us to create a media kit for you, you can connect with us there. In fact, we have a special going where you can get them both. So be sure to go to themelissabanks.com. Shopping on the website, listen to some of the amazing women that has been on our podcast. That's all there. You can connect with us on Facebook. All of those links are right there in that one place, themelissabanks.com.
Love it. Lauren says, thank you both. Great inspiration for the day. Thank you for that. Daybreak 197 says, thanks for sharing. We appreciate all of you for watching. For those tuning in live in the replay, we appreciate you guys. Melissa, again, great conversation. Looking forward to our next one. And we do thank all of you for tuning in to another great episode of Cyrus Webb Presents. Until next time, I'm Cyrus Webb saying thank you so much for being with us. We'll talk to you all real soon. You all take care.